All right, so I have been getting so many messages from Spirit. I've also been getting messages from followers, people I have never had any interaction with at all on any social media platform have started reaching out. It's been interesting, like several in the last, I would say, week or so, asking about twin flames and mirror souls. So I'm going to go ahead and be completely honest, completely candid. The whole twin flame concept, I have severely pushed against this for a very long time, for years. So it's funny because I know people who have followed me are going to be like, kind of laughing, not like haha, like laughing at me, but just laughing at the irony of this, that this is the next step in my journey and my coaching and my teaching. I've always known that this was a part of it, but I have definitely had quite a lot of resistance to it. So we're here now. Today is June the 1st. It was very, very compelling to me to start this work today on the first day of June. First, like first of the month, I don't know, but it's just the guidance and what was coming through for me. So I'm going to go ahead and just dive right into this, and I'm going to expose some things that have been revealed to me, and I'm going to be very, very candid and very, very honest, okay? So for those that are new to me, who come across this, that are like, who the heck is this woman? What is she talking about? What's going on with this? I am someone who does not BS. I am very, very straightforward. I'm very candid. And I am someone who is just going to say it how it is, okay? So I have been made aware of the concept of twin flames. I would say it was probably maybe 6-ish years ago, right when I entered into my 30s. So this is when that concept kind of landed in my lap. And the reason that happened is because growing up, I had always had this feeling that I was meant to meet someone, like someone very specific. I even had memories of a man that I had never met, that I had no idea who he was as a child. Like, I remember this probably as early as like 7 years old, that there was this man and I loved him very, very deeply, and we were separated and I wanted to be back with him. Like, it was like this deep, deep longing to reconnect with this soul. And growing up, I did grow up in a Christian household. It was like innately, I just knew, like, don't talk about this, don't say anything, don't reveal this, don't go anywhere with this. So I always kept it in. I never talked to anyone about it until I got into my 30s. So this is, that was something that I carried for a very long time, silently suffering under the burden of. So when I was introduced to the idea of twin flames, I looked into it, I researched it, and the idea honestly really frustrated me, because I was like, well, why? Like, where are they? Like, why would this longing, why would this desire, why would this be in my body, in my heart, and my soul if I was meant to be apart from them? So as I've gone through my journey, so much of that has now been revealed to me, and I'm going to start sharing that here. This is, the instruction has been very, very clear. And it's annoying because I'm like, I don't want to do this, and I'm going to do it because I've learned that when Spirit talks and says, do this, then I need to listen and I need to do it. So here we are. The first thing I want to do in this video, I'm going to share a ton of stuff when I start doing more of these. So make sure to like, subscribe, follow wherever you find this, because there's going to be a lot more information that I'm going to share. The first thing in this video, though, that I am guided to share is the Twin Flame Initiative and the Mirror Soul Initiative. And what is the difference? What does this mean? You will find a video here on this channel where I talk about the difference between twin flames and mirror souls. And that video has gotten a lot of like comments, a lot of interest, a lot of like people are like, okay, this is making sense to me. Why is it making sense to me? Because it's going against a lot of what I've been taught and what I've learned about this concept. So the first thing is, let's explain the Twin Flame Initiative. What is this? This is a program that was created by the Galactic Confederation. Yes, I'm going there. This is about, like, for people who have had many, many past lives together, who are coming in here to reconnect and reconvene to find each other because they have specific soul work to do. So this initiative has been around for a very long time. Back like Hathor and Horus, they were twin flames. Jesus, Mary Magdalene. Like, this has been going on for thousands of years here in this realm on this planet, pretty much since the Sirians and these other light beings departed. So once they departed, this initiative began. And so the goal of this initiative was to spawn and trigger the healing of humanity, because what was happening is when these higher vibrational beings, these light beings from other systems were coming here to visit, what they were sharing wasn't sticking. What they were finding is that they would bring this truth and knowledge, and then once they would leave, humanity would end up doing a reset. And so all of it would fall apart. We've literally, I mean, the number that I'm seeing is like thousands of times that we have done a full reset because this was happening. So they would come, they would share this stuff. There would be these massive booms of just amazing technology, amazing discoveries, all of this stuff. And then once they would leave, eventually what would end up happening is humanity would set back in, and there would be the group that was in the masculine energy that wanted to seek control and domination. Now, I'm saying this not from the perspective of condemnation. This is just what they were finding was happening with this energy. So there was one that was more dominant and one that was more like a nurturing, receptive. And so that dominant, like the provision, support, providing, that's all natural masculine energy. But when that is off balance, it seeks to conquer. And so that's the imbalanced energy of the masculine. And then the imbalanced energy of the feminine automatically falls into the role of victim, becomes very submissive, and it just, like, the table was turning every time. It would just flip right back, almost like there was like a thermostat. So the Twin Flame Initiative began as an effort to rebalance humanity, the masculine and feminine. This is a reason why the Twin Flame experience is very triggering. It's very activating, and it usually triggers and activates components within us that pertain to our feminine and our masculine. So a lot of times when we come into union or we meet our divine counterpart, that meeting is pretty exciting at first, and it goes bad pretty quickly, because what happens is for each counterpart, they are specifically designed to trigger the activation of the wounding within the other pertaining to their, I don't want to say gender, because I want to make sure that I'm being respectful and honoring all expressions, but it's pertaining to the masculine energy and the feminine energy. Okay, so what will come up is they will meet, and there will be this spark, this excitement, this knowing, and then these things start happening, and they become highly triggered, And then there's typically that separation period. I feel like most that are have studied twin flame stuff are familiar with this. So this is specifically, again, designed for the healing of the masculine energy and the feminine energy as a methodology, is the word I'm getting, methodology, to bring it into a more cohesive wholeness so that we're finding balance in these energies. So one is no longer trying to domineer and the other one immediately trying to slip into this dysregulated, like victim, suppress me, oppress me energy, right? So it's like this energy normally, and a healed would be, I want to receive, I want to be supported, versus when it goes into the lower energetic expression, it's more like submissive, I'm going to be oppressed and suppressed. So this is specifically what this is designed for. The Twin Flame Initiative was designed specifically for this. And it has been going on for thousands of years. I think at this point, we probably all can sit here and realize it has not been working. This is what has come up. This is what has been shared with me. And when I say shared with me, all of the information that I receive is directly from source. I do not study what other people put out. I have no need to do that because I have a direct channel. I am a channel. I receive messages through dreams. I'm receiving messages right now as I'm speaking. I had no script. I come on here and I just know I'm meant to speak. And so I open and I speak and I'm sharing this information. I honestly don't know most of this before I come on. It comes through as I speak because I am a channel. So this initiative has been failing. And a main reason it has been failing is because with the twin flame activation, one has failed to activate. So in a typical twin flame scenario, we will have seen someone has this knowing, someone has this feeling, they meet their counterpart, they recognize them, but the other person does not recognize. They're not activated. Somewhere through this, they have failed to activate. They have failed to hit that initiation. There's typically going to be an event that happens through the lifetime that will activate this. And unfortunately, what happens with some is that when that event happened, instead of becoming activated, they had the victim archetype program activated instead. So instead of stepping into this new initiative, they went back into an old energy, okay? So this is why the progress has been way too slow. It's been way too slow because there have been quite a few twin flame units placed here, but many have failed to activate. This is what has left a lot of them sitting there being like, I don't know if my counterpart will ever come around. I don't know if they will ever wake up. I don't know if they'll ever remember. And so this has created a challenge, okay? So there's a new initiative that has been created, set forth, that is, it's kind of like the upgrade to the program, the Mirror Soul Initiative. It's a similar concept, but it is upgraded. There's been an upgrade that has been initiated with this to where it, one, speeds up the process, and both are coming in already activated. So what that means is both parties, like for me, I came in, and as soon as I have any memory from my life, I immediately remembered that I was supposed to meet this person. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know their name. I didn't know what they looked like. But it was like I was stuck at a train station waiting. Like I just knew. And so the other person will also have this as well. So they have come in also knowing I'm supposed to meet someone. I am at the train station waiting. I don't know what they look like. I don't know who they are. but I'm here and I'm waiting for them. So this is the upgrade to the program where the souls are coming in. Sorry, that was my straw. Where the souls are coming in already activated. We already remember. There's not a lot of memory. Like, it would be really cool if we came in with the memory of, you know, it's John Doe and we're going to meet at this time, at this date. We already have it all set up. You know, it's like in those romance movies where they're like, in 10 years, if we've never met someone else, let's meet together again on this bridge and we'll end up together or whatever. So it's like, that would be really cool, right? That would be awesome. But we're not there yet. It's not that easy. But there is that coming in awake, remembering I'm meant to meet someone, I have a purpose there that will have been in. So if you are part of that initiative of the Mirror Soul group, this is a sign, okay? And I'm going to go through other signs in a different video, but this is a sign of it, that from as early as you have memories, that you have felt this. You have felt this call, this pull, knowing even when you've dated other people, when you've been going through that, it's like, no, this isn't right, or I just meant for someone else, like this, like nothing's ever felt like it connected. And until you meet that person, that feeling will stay there. Like, you'll find people, you'll go through it, and you'll date or whatever, be in relationships, but there's still going to be this longing, this feeling of looking, of searching, until you meet them. And then that searching feeling goes away. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore, because you know that you have met them, even once that separation period starts, okay? So that, there's so much more I want to talk about. This would be like hours long. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. I will do other videos about separation. I will do other videos about how do you know who's going to be the runner, because that stuff is still going to happen, but it's going to be for shorter amounts of time, because both people are very aware, and they're like, when the separation starts, they're going to get very clear on what it is that they need to be clearing out, what it is that they need to be healing, what it is that they need to do. And it's going to happen much more quickly, because the drive has been in them since they remember anything, since they were old enough to form memories. So that it's like this, they know it's their purpose. Like, I have to get through this stuff. I have to clear this stuff. I have to heal this stuff, because this is literally what I was created for, to be in union with this person, to co-create with this person, to create this experience with this person, and to perform whatever it is that we're meant to perform in that union for the collective, for humanity. So this is where that upgraded program is going to come from. So just to kind of recap, both people from birth will remember. As soon as they're able to have memories, have any kind of connection, they're gonna have that remembrance that there's someone. Who is this? So like this like magnetic pull for as long as they can remember. And then once they have met that person, that pull, it just kind of like, it just goes away. It's like, oh, I'm not searching anymore. Okay. So this is how we know that we're in that upgraded program. And then also once and there's still going to be the massive triggering, because remember, we're the mirror to each other. So we're literally going to be holding up a mirror to exactly the parts of our own humanity that we have been in self-judgment of, that we have been denying, that we have been rejecting. So those have to get cleared out in order for us to step up into this higher dimension, into this higher vibration, to be able to fully co-create with our counterpart. Because as long as we're still in judgment of ourselves in any way, we are going to judge our counterpart, and that is going to block the receptivity. We have to be able to come to this space of complete and utter acceptance of ourself, of our limitations, of our failures, of our shames, of any aspect of insecurity that we have, those all have to be cleared out so that we can be able to harness and stand fully and securely in our own divinity. This is when the union is going to be able to happen, okay? Again, that is going to happen faster. It will happen in the old program, it was like years or decades, and maybe the person never even activated. With this new program, it should be less than a year. Like, it's going to be a lot faster, because cognitively, that person, before the destined meet, they have already been aware that there's things that they've had to work on that have been coming up that need to be cleared, healed, dealt with, processed, acknowledged. They're going to be aware. It's already going to have started to come, and they're going to be like, okay, like, I'm in a position now where I'm really wanting and ready for this partnership. I'm going to start working on these things. I'm aware that these things are here. And then what will happen is they'll think that they're ready, right? It's like, okay, cool, I'm ready. And then the mirror is held up, and it's like, ooh, 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 ooh. You know, like, I'm looking at ourselves like completely vulnerable in a very, very revealing mirror. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm judging that. Oh my gosh, I'm judging that. Oh my gosh, I'm judging that. Ooh, look at that. So it's like, this is what the other person does for us. And so we have to kind of go back to the drawing board, because it becomes very unbearable to be in the presence of this counterpart, even though there is this deep, deep love, deep connection, deep longing for that connection that exists. But there's also this part that it is unbearable to be in that situation with them that close, because of the constant reflection of things that we are still in self-judgment of. Okay, so that will have already, there will be an awareness that has been coming up with this. Okay, so when that reflection is like, oh crap, wow, still so much of this here that I need to clear. So we go and we take that step back, and we go into that space to clear, heal, move through it, process it. And then once that is done, now I'm getting corrected as I'm speaking. I'm getting ahead of myself. The work is never done. I will say that. But there will be a level that we will arrive to that is that level of surrender, where there's a level of acceptance, where it's like, I can accept this enough to be able to be what they need, and the other person feels the same. I can accept this enough to be able to be what they need. This is when a union can return, reignite, reform, and then through that, there is still going to be work where things will come up, things will happen, but it's coming into a space of being able to say, I want to grow, and I want to grow with you. This is what I know. I've become aware that I need to work on, and I need you to be my accountability partner. So instead of being significantly, massively triggered by this other person, instead, we become very empowered by their position in our life, because they are a witness. They're no longer in judgment of us, but they can be that reflective witness to say, hey baby, that thing that you wanted to work on, I noticed it today, and I wanted to bring it to your attention and see how I can support you, because it's still there. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for bringing this up to me. Thank you for creating a space so that I can be aware, so I can continue this work. This is the type of relationship dynamic that is desired, that is the goal to come to when the reunion happens. So to be able to be in that space of, I'm at least no longer so severely in self-judgment that I can take this feedback so my partner can help me grow, versus being highly, highly defensive, highly combative, highly like, nope, I didn't do anything wrong. You were the one who did something wrong. Or you're coming to me because you're needing something and I'm feeling threatened that I'm not doing enough, so then I'm going to be defensive. You know, that that energy, that will dissipate with the self-love and releasing the self-judgment, and then be able to cultivate an environment where it's like, cool, yeah, this is still coming up. That sucks. Thank you for letting me know. Let's work through it. Let's address it. Let's be able to be in that space to do that. That's the goal. And that will happen so much more quickly than with the old initiative. Okay, that's enough. It's like, shh, you're done. So that is enough for today. I will be sharing this, and then I have no idea when I'll be doing new videos. I'm going to start doing channeled messages for Mirror Souls for that initiative group. Hopefully those will start to find me so that they can have that guidance and those teachings. So I will be sharing those, and I'm going to be sharing lots of different aspects of the journey, what it's like, again, separation, that process, how to handle it, already knowing who's going to be the runner, preparing yourself for that, all of that kind of stuff. I will be coaching and sharing that so that you have support for this, because the goal is for this initiative to be much more successful, especially now that it's beginning in a time where there is so much access to this information and there will be a bigger support community. So I would love comments if you're like, yes, I've known this since I was a child. I feel this, I hear this. I would love to know. And make sure if that is the case, again, like, subscribe, follow, all the good things so that we can stay in touch. And we can hopefully help this new initiative be far more successful and happen far more quickly. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm so grateful to you. So thank you. And I honor you. Namaste.